Blog content is not dead, despite what everyone is saying online, and I can prove it. Siege Media just released a study that shows that certain types of blog content are actually receiving more traffic from search engines right now. So I want to go through the top 3 types of blog posts that are performing better today than they were in 2023. But first, why are people even saying that blog content is dead? Because blog content is by its nature informational. And these days, people are more likely to get that information from a large language model or Google's AI overviews. So there's no need for someone to actually visit your blog post. ChatGPT or Google's AI can just pull the information from your blog post and give it to the user directly. However, those of us that are actually monitoring the search traffic to websites can tell you that blog traffic hasn't just dropped off a cliff. Yes, there are cases of that, but there are also plenty of cases where blog traffic is up. This is mostly in what's called middle of the funnel. And the findings from the Siege Media study match what we're seeing in the field. So let's go over the top 3 types of blog posts they found are now getting more traffic than they were in 2023. At the top of the list is content related to pricing, the cost of X and Y, pricing tables, price comparisons. This content does very well. And I know you might be thinking, I don't want to talk about pricing because we don't compete on price. That's fine. Just make sure in your pricing guide you talk about the trade-off between cost and quality. There's always a way to position yourself as the best choice. The second type of content is comparison content. So this might be one brand versus another brand, a product compared to another product. People love to read these comparisons, and it's a great way for you to rank when people are searching for your competitors. All right, I'm going to tell you the final type of content that's going up, and then I want to show you one more finding from the study. The third one is templates, checklists, and calculators. It makes sense that traffic would be going up to these posts because it's hard for large language models to pull that into the chat window. It can also be a great way to get people to link to your website. Ultimately, though, if you sell an actual product or service, I don't think you should care about AI eating up your website traffic. You should embrace it. As long as the content on your website recommends your brand, you want the large language model to give that information directly to the user. And that's the best part about content like pricing guides and comparison articles and best X and Y lists. Creating this content on your website or getting mentioned in similar content on other websites is the best way to increase the likelihood that you're recommended by a large language model. And I told you I'd share one more finding from the Siege Media study. They found that engagement is up across the board, meaning when people do visit your blog post, they're much more likely to engage with your website than they were a few years ago. So why would that be? Well, Siege Media's take is that Google is actually just getting better at showing engaging content. And so it's not that the same content is getting more engagement, but if you can create content that's truly engaging, that's actually useful for your target audience, you're much more likely to rank.